everyone. Hello everywhere across America. I'm Gary and this is GJRB Online across America on Spreaker, as we bring you a preview of GJRB programming coming up. Yeah. That's right. What we do right now, we're going to kind of go on the air and give you a program preview. Now, originally today, I was going to go on the air live with the Best of the Gary Lesson program, Year in Review, the sequel. The sequel. Yeah. That would be what I call the second part of the year in review, going from May 12, 2017 to the end of the year. But things kind of got messed up. There was something supposed to come up today. We were trying to move our Bible study to Wednesday night, and 7 o'clock, and then it meant that I was going to have to shift my programming schedule around. And we'll not be broadcasting, having a Wednesday broadcast at all. But under the spontaneous broadcasting, which I just started, that's going to be a day where I'm going to probably do what I call the Gary Lesson program extra, which is when a Gary Lesson program, news going on all across America right now, and follow the stories across the line. Just, that's what I do, basically. And, just kind of going back and remembering, there's stories that are breaking in the Gary Lesson program, which is one of those shows I like to have on more often. When I decide when to do the spontaneous, and the Gary Lesson program is going to get most of the schedule. And I'm going to have that show on almost every day. Because I have there's a lot of news going on. I was watching, before I went on the air, I was watching Cairo Channel 7 on my Roku box on News On, and they had a story on there about, they were honoring a fallen police officer there. And, it was a real good, story there about this, police officer that, was shot in the line of duty. And I'm going to pull up that story here real quick and see if it's on there. Fallen police officer there. And, really sad. Those people pulled together and were honoring this police officer that died. And, had a parade for him and who works. And, let me see if I can find that story. Go into the news part of it. Let's see if we get in there. Okay, there we go. There's a procession here to remember a fallen police deputy. There's a fallen deputy. Let's see if I can get the story. Here's a fallen deputy in this procession was formed. Great show of support. Let's see if I can get that deputy's name offhand. I'm not sure. Deputy Daniel McCartney. He was a public memorial for him, and that was great. To see a lot of people go to honor a police deputy that had fallen. I guess he was shot in the line of duty. Don't know for sure exactly the whole details on that, but and what a friend of mine posted from high school, Sue, she knows she's out there, posted this story about they were watching at this Kirkland, the hospital up in Kirkland, I guess, in the part of Washington. A man had kind of an umbrella. It kind of looked like a rifle. I guess they looked at it and it looked like a rifle. Police said a man with an umbrella. The umbrella, it turned out to be an umbrella. We're being cautious about this. Well, that makes sense. It looked like something that was threatening, so they locked down the hospital there, and the man, I guess, this guy had this umbrella sticking out and kind of looked like a high-powered weapon. And it was thought to be a rifle, but it was an umbrella. Looking at the thing, it looks like it could be a weapon the way it was sticking out like that. What kind of umbrella is that? What is that? And that was one of the reasons why I tuned in Cairo Channel 7, because I thought, well, if any kind of terrorist attack breaks out, I'd be on top of the story. So I decided I would go and watch Cairo Channel 7 out of Seattle, Tacoma, on News On in the Roku box. And you guys have a Roku box. Any of you out there have one of those? I might even be on Smart TV. Look for it. It's a great thing to have. It's called News On. And you can watch any newscast from anywhere in the country. Any newscast. You can watch newscast all 50 states. You can watch a newscast out of Hawaii if you want to. You can watch a newscast out of Florida, anywhere. It's fabulous. I love it. News On. I've had it for a number of years, and it's great. Whenever there's a terrorist attack somewhere, and something big is happening somewhere, I can go there and watch it live as it's happening from their coverage, which is really a nice point of view. I mean, you really do. You get a nice point of view if you're watching their coverage of news events going on. It's great. But they have very selected stations. They don't have a lot of the stations I think that could be on there. Like here in the Quad Cities, they have no Quad City channel in there yet. The only thing we have on from Iowa on the News On right now is the KCCI channel 8 out of Des Moines, but it doesn't have WHO channel 13 or any of the other ones, just that one. And they're kind of selective on the news channels. And I'm really waiting for Quad Cities news to be on there. But a lot of times I watch Pittsburgh, Channel 11 or Channel 4. They got their news on there, and then they got Johnstown, Pennsylvania, Channel 6, which is another NBC affiliate, WJAC Channel 6. So I get to see some news from home, which I like. But I wanted to let you know that the reason I wanted to do that program shift was because I had a possibility of having to go somewhere, and then that was kind of pulled. So I decided, well, if I have this free day, I'm going to at least go on the air and announce it says my audio is overdriven. Okay, I'm going to have to bring it down. I don't really need to hear myself in headphones. I only have my headphones on so as I can listen to, any music I got playing. Really don't even need to have. How's that? Is that any better, David? Is that any better? That was a bit distorted. I think that's probably why. Perhaps is in the interface of the Spreaker. Can you turn things down a bit on your end? Okay, that's what I'm doing right now. Like I said, I really don't need to hear myself in my headphones. I know I'm talking and I know I'm on the air because it's moving my meters. I'll even kind of bring it down on the microphone sources, down to about 54, 55, just to see if they'll work. Yeah, it's a little better. I like Roku, too. I watch stations from Arizona. I don't think I've ever watched Arizona yet. But I was watching Seattle about an hour ago. They had an incident down there where they were, one of their hospitals was on lockdown. And I was watching Cairo Channel 7 out of Tacoma, Seattle. And they had, they said he had an umbrella in his backpack or something, but this umbrella looked like a weapon when it was sticking out.
It's like, wow. What? So how you doing, David? Glad you could be aboard today. I'm doing a broadcast. Usually I don't broadcast when I'll schedule, but I schedule myself. But sometimes my scheduling, like I said earlier, my scheduling has been really awful. And I decided to kind of do something different. And what I call spontaneous broadcasting. I go on the air when I want to, and get to broadcast, when I want to, other than what I schedule. And I only try to schedule programs once a week, and then in between, I just go on the air when I feel like it, because I just want to go on the air and make some program change announcements or something. So that's what I do, and I kind of spend about an hour, because I like the way a lot of my other Spreaker people are doing it. You know, they're just on like about maybe 45 minutes to an hour to play some music. Oh yeah, interesting to watch stations in smaller markets. Yeah, I've seen a few of those. I believe I was watching an Idaho station a while back. I have Idaho on there. I was watching a little bit of Portland because I got a friend out there. I have, what else? Like I said, I was from Pittsburgh, so I watched Channel 6 out of Johnstown, which is kind of a small market. WJAC-TV, it's an NBC affiliate. Kind of like Channel 6 here. And then they have another one, and then I watch Pittsburgh, because I'm from Pittsburgh, it's my home. I like to see what's going on back home. So a lot of times I watch Pittsburgh quite a bit. And I watch Florida, Tampa, and St. Petersburg market. And I watch, sometimes I watch Miami. They're interesting. And of course, my sister's in Chicago, so I like to watch near Chicago. Ooh, Western Nebraska, I gotta check that out. I was in Nebraska. I was in through Lincoln years ago, and that's an interesting market. And if you watch carefully, some of them you get to see their commercials. They'll leave it on. Some don't. Some of the bigger markets, I don't know, for some reason, you don't get to see their commercials at all. They'll black it out and put a logo on, and you have to wait for 2-3 minutes. But some channels will leave their commercials on. Like Channel 11's one of them. The channel is watching out of Washington, Seattle. You can watch their commercials. It's kind of cool. But I don't know. I think advertisers have a fuss if their commercials are seen nationwide. They don't want to see that for some reason. You see, I saw some commercials for a cold pizza restaurant that was local in one of these smaller stations. Yeah, I think the small stations advertise, they leave their advertisements on the air, but some of the more bigger markets will not do it. I mean, on, not in the station. Yeah, on, not in the station. Yeah, I like that. NBC affiliates are fun to watch, and I like to watch. I'm a logo freak. I love logos. I mean, since I was a kid, I used to draw them. One of my favorites is I used to draw the NBC snake, and I was real good at it. I used to make it look just like it. I mean, I was good at it. I used to draw like TV station logos, and I could draw my own logos. As a matter of fact, I'm working on one. I haven't started yet on GJRB Online, but look for a new logo. I'm going to take a picture of it and put it online. But right now, I love to draw logos. That's kind of one of my favorite things to do, and I was real good at it. But anyway, spontaneous broadcasting means that I go on the air whatever, whenever I want to, whatever time I want to, whatever show I want to. And I feel that a lot of shows that don't get on the air as much, I'm going to be doing a lot more often. It's going to be like oldies. I'm bringing back a blues show. I think Screen Actors Guild applied to a commercial content. I believe it is a union rule agreement with broadcasters to either pay the talent in the commercials for the national exposure or cover those announcements. Same thing goes for most online radio stations. I agree with that. That is why the commercials are blocked out. Yeah, you're right. And that goes also for the online stations. You're right. I listen to iHeartRadio. I listen to WFLA, iHeartRadio. And when you listen to some of the stations on iHeartRadio, they run iHeartRadio promos over those breaks. They do that all the time with iHeart. They run trivia stuff and everything too over the local commercials when they run iHeart stations on the radio. But anyway, I'm glad to be aboard here. I love doing this stuff. I can do it all the time. It's great. I'm looking to get a hold of a good friend of mine here in Iowa. I don't know if he's even listening. He might not even by his desk. Mike Meyer. Not sure if he's there. Leave me a message if you are, because I would love to have you on. If you want to be on today, you could do that. Otherwise, we'll do it next week. It's whatever time you got. It's whatever you're ready to go on. You have my number. I think I gave it to you on the Spreaker chat room. If you want to come on, we could chat. It'd be great. Let's see. It's been kind of nice out here in Iowa. We're going to get 50 degrees on Sunday. I mean, we're getting really nice, balmy weather. We just came out of a deep freeze here anyway. We're cold right now. This morning it was 1 degree below zero. But we're getting up there. It's going to get warmer this week. So I kind of look forward to it, because I take my dog out, poor thing. I'd hate to be a dog going out in this weather. It's terrible. I mean, to think of it, it's terrible. It really is. But getting back to what I was saying before, sometimes I gotta do like my good friend over there in Boone, Mike Meyer. He always says focus. I gotta focus, man. I don't know. I sometimes fall off the beaten path. I just, it's like, the thing about that squirrel, focus. So I gotta focus. What was I gonna do next? What was I gonna say? Anyways, getting back to our programming, I wanted to do more like the Gary Russin programs are going to be on a little bit more often. Gary J in the afternoon, just playing music. As I told you before, GJRB is an emerging artist radio station. So I play new emerging artists all the time. It's kind of the format. It's a mix of all genre, David. I play anything from country, jazz, rock, Christian rock, and play a lot of new artists that are coming about. And I do that all the time. I love doing that. I even have a music rotation. And I'm planning on staying sometimes all day on the air. And then I'm going to cycle my music. All my currents are going to play every hour and a half. Kind of like that. Kind of cycle my music around a little bit. And shuffle it around like a deck of cards. It's going to be great. And I'm thinking about doing some new things too. Including guest spots. And invite my wife in here to do something with me. We're going to have a show and play gospel music and different things like that. So we're going to kind of do little different things each time, and it's a variety. It's only because I want to get more Gary Russin programs in there before March. Now, as I said before, I'm going to be undergoing the surgery, and this tumor is like 2 inches, and it's got to come out. And I'll be going to Iowa City in March to have that done. So I don't know. I'll probably be off the air for a period of time to recover. But I'm going to try to get back on as soon as I can, then by April, to get rid of this thing. It hasn't bothered me that much. Once in a while, ear ringing, sometimes a small bit of headache, but it's on the right side of my head, about against my brain. And they say it's got to come out, so it's something that's got to be done. So it's kind of a bummer. I'm kind of worried about it a little bit, but telling that God's got to be with me in this thing, so it's best just to keep us straight and keep it in prayer. That's all that's important. Maybe that's why I can't focus. I don't know. Anyway, glad you could be aboard. I'm Gary J. Russell. We'll be here for a while. Once this runs out, we've got about 25 minutes left. This 45-minute plan. I will refresh it and continue on. Like I said, this to do is just to put my headphones on when I'm going to play music. I think that's what it was, because sometimes I'll crank my microphone up just to hear myself in my headphones, and it's really not necessary. As long as I see myself, as long as I see the meters moving with my voice, I really don't need the headphones except to play when I have a song coming on, and then I will do that. So. Thank you for being with me today. I'm Gary J. Russell. I'm GJRB Online on Spreaker across America. This is our preview broadcast. I'll tell you what we're going to be doing tomorrow. It's called the Best of the Gary Russell Program Year-End Review, Final Part. Going through some clips. I have one where I'm talking to you here, David, on one of those through the chat room. And I've got a couple of other ones, too, including a friend of mine that her name is Rachel Ozzie Jarvis. I'm going to play that first time she was on the air with us through Skype, and then it flipped over. By the way, anybody who is a follower of me on Facebook, who's a friend of mine on Facebook, you have a direct line you can be on the air with me. All you got to do is you have a microphone and speakers on your computer, and would like to get on the air with me. You could do that through my messenger on my Facebook. That is a direct line into the Gary Russell program. And whenever I'm on the air doing the Gary Russell program on Spreaker, that's where you can call me and get on the air. Right there. Just that simple. And I got a couple of guests coming on. On Friday, we're going to be on the air, too. Friday live, 2 o'clock Central. And another friend of mine from Pittsburgh joining us, Ben Osman Osan. We're going to talk about some of the things going on in the news and talk a little bit about some interesting things happening across America. Some of the really weird stuff. Well, talking about Trump, who seems to like to sometimes open up mouth and insert foot. That's what I call it. Opening up mouth and insert foot. He did it again, of course, with that line about the Haitians, which is really blowing up all over the news. You have to wonder, okay? I'm not Chris. I'm not condoning what Trump does, okay? I'm not his biggest fan either, but I just think it's amazing how they just pick on this president. But when Obama was president, he did no wrong. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, he gives weapons to the drug cartel. He sells weapons to the enemy. He does treasonous things, but yet they just don't recognize that. That just blows my mind every time. And it's just like, what's wrong with people? You see, there's not just one Republican president, and all the Republicans are against him too. They say all of them, every single one of them is criticizing him. Every single Republican. It's not just the Democrats who are on this tail. It is it's all of them. And it's all because of this whole bit with the with this whole Haitian remark. It's I don't know. It's just too much. I have to laugh at it. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do right now. I'm going to take a music break, and then I'm going to come back and talk about a few things that I want to do next week. Like I said, I'll have a Gary Russell program next week. I canceled jazz for Friday in place of another Gary Wrestling Program Freestyle Friday, and that's going to be Friday afternoon with Ben. Next week, unless I get a hold of him, maybe he comes on today, Mike Meyer, and we made an extra broadcast there. And then I'm going to be doing the smooth jazz on Tuesday. Take a break Wednesday. Last 7 days. Oh yeah, by the way, the reason I said that too is because there's a lot of switching in our church. We have this thing called the last 7 days. I was already recording it on Wednesday morning. Pastor Ron's predictions for the year. I'm going to be playing that on the Way Out There show next Friday. Will be the 26th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, next Friday is the 26th already. Wow. And then I got on the 24th, I'm going to take a break that 24th, I'm going to take a break that Wednesday because I have a stress test. So I'm going to be having that again. The reason they're doing that stress test, they want to see if my heart is in good condition for this surgery in Iowa City. They're checking. I just had what they call an electrocardiogram. So now they're going to look that over. I don't know what the results are. It depends on that. And then then I'll be doing the electrocardiogram. Not the electrocardiogram, but the stress test on Wednesday. So I won't be on there that day, but Thursday, the following day, maybe a little bit of music, Gary J in the afternoon, stuff. And then we'll do we're going to have the last 7 days, and that'll be the one from last week, which was which I recorded last week, which was January 10th. So I will have that last 7 days on, and then right after that, which I think that was, we did that, I think that was a good hour, at least an hour and some odd minutes. So I'm going to probably do that at 12 noon Central Time. 12 minutes Central, play a little music in between, and then at 2 o'clock, way out there, the strange, the bizarre, the unusual, the things that go bumping in that. We have a great show, that one. A lot of strange but true, interesting stuff, including a story about a news crew in Oregon, Channel 6 there. One morning newscast, they saw a strange, unidentified flying object. And I didn't see this. I saw the clip of it, because I have KOLN on Channel 6 on my Roku, on News On. And there was a strange unidentified flying object behind the news desk. They showed, because they have a camera shooting outside their studio, and it was pointed to the sky, and there was like this, went across the screen on their backboard there, where they have the camera, where they have the big monitor back there, and weird. So we're gonna talk about that one. And then I got a little clip from Coast to Coast AM talking about the predictions. Don't really get into too much with astrology, but this is an astrological 2018 prediction. And I'm going to talk about that and a few other interesting things. And I'll give you what I feel what's going to go on in 2018. I don't know too much of whether or not the Cubs will do anything this year. It depends on a lot of things. Depends on decent hitting, decent pitching. If we can get our bits in order, I really don't know, but I think the Cubs will come close again. There's talk on the table. I saw a posting on Facebook. I don't know, about, let's see, 3 to 5 days ago. It might have been sooner. What was it? I saw it something about a question, and I have to see if I even saved it on my Facebook later. I'll look. Something on the table that said that Sammy Sosa, would they invite Sammy Sosa back to play with the Cubs? And it said there's talk on the table that they would invite Sammy Sosa back to play with the Cubs. How old is he now? Not sure. Sammy Sosa were to play with the Cubs again, and he were to be a power hitter again. Could you imagine? That could take the Cubs into a second World Series. Wouldn't that just be cool or what? I would love that. That would be just wild. To have Sammy back and the Cubs go in the World Series again. Oh, yeah. That would be just cool. I mean, I could go for that. Wow. Yeah. Oh, my. I know, I have to say, yeah. Why not? That would be just awesome. But, your thoughts on that? Chat room is open. I should open up my Skype. Let's do that. Yeah, Rachel Ozzy Jarvis, she was saying that they didn't like Skype because it doesn't work. It's kind of a bum app. I don't know. I don't really have that much trouble with it. Sometimes it'll go in and out. Once in a while, it'll go in and out, not let me put in my password. But it works, pretty much. I never have that much trouble with it. Let's see if I can get in there. Yeah. The best thing to do is, I think, when the video on Skype, and it depends too, I think, on your computer's capacity to handle it. Let's see. Maybe the video part of it might not always work if you're talking video. But I use my Skype in just audio. Okay, I use my Skype in just audio. Let's see. I just missed a letter. Rejected me, but I think it's because I missed a letter. Yeah, missed a letter. It happens. Yeah, sometimes I miss a letter. Okay, please read and accept terms of use. Yeah, I agree. Join. Why did I go to that? I've never had trouble with that before. Terms of service. I've already entered password. What the heck? See if that works. Oh, come on. Too many times. Incorrect account. Okay, take back what I said about Skype. They're having issues today. They never got rejected from Skype before. What the heck? It says there, you tried to sign in too many times with an incorrect account or password. No, I did not. First off, I'm not a robot. Okay? And second of all, my password has always been the same. So why the heck would you even make a big deal out of it? I mean, come on. Now I gotta do this letter crap. This is ridiculous. Oh, there's some more. It's lowercase. Lowercase d. Okay, let's see. Try this. I hit back instead. You stinking boogers. I heck with you. I don't need it that bad. I don't even get calls on Skype that much, so heck with it. Alright, tell you what we're going to do right now. I'm going to take a break here a little bit and play some music and try to get a hold of my friend Mike Meyer. Great, fabulous preacher on and talking the Word of God that's on here on Spreaker. Fabulous man from Radio Hope. Try to get a hold of him. Well, if you can't get on today, we'll do it on Monday for sure. Because I will be on the air again live with another GJRB online program, the Gary Rustin Show or something. Yeah, so we'll do it that way. Gary J at the mic. Yeah. Tell you what we're going to do right now. I just play some music, take a break here a little bit, and play a group that I premiered a number of years ago right here in Clinton, Iowa. Fabulous band. Talked to them. They're absolutely fabulous and performed live all over the place. And they're called the Stockwells. This is their song we played a lot of times here on GJRB. Still heavy set, heavy player. It's called Busy Mind Thinker. The Stockwells on GJRB. Yeah, the Stockwells. Busy Mind Thinker on GJRB online on Spreaker. Fabulous group from right here in Clinton. And that is one of the first songs we played from them. Actually recurrent now here on GJRB's list. Fabulous song. Busy Mind Thinker on GJRB. Got a lot of really good songs, and we're playing some. I've been doing some more scouting the past couple of days, finding some new music. I found a bunch of new stuff I'm going to be playing for you. So join me next week on Gary J in the afternoon. Music, news, weather, sports, weather on the 5. Yeah. That's what we do, weather on the 5s at 25 and 55 past the hour. And, of course, news updates every 30 minutes in the afternoon to keep you on top of what's going on around the nation, around the world on GJRB Online. Be back with that next week right here on GJRB. And we'll be on the air a lot more often with different programming and different stuff. And our church is getting back in the swing of things a little bit. We're going to have Bible study back. We were going to do it tonight, but like I said, our pastor's got some stuff going on. And some people sick in our church, so they're kind of postponed it for a while yet. It's kind of maybe too soon to do it, but we'll be back into it. And of course, our church services have been suspended for a while because our church had some issues with our heating system. And a friend of mine, Brian Harrison, is working on that and trying to get that resolved and get our services back. And so I know you've all noticed that we have not had CCF church services on GJRB since we haven't had a podcast up, I think, since holidays, Christmas, actually. The last time we had one up, our Christmas service. And since then, we were going to have that Sunday afterward, and then the party was going to be, have pastor's predictions, and then that kind of went down the wayside whenever we had that real bad weather. So, that happens. And, a lot of things going on. So, we'll get that back on the air. We'll be having church services possibly back on this Sunday. I'll have it uploaded. Last 7 days, like I said before, I kind of postponed that. And the reason for that is we're getting about 22 seconds. Why don't I just go ahead and take a break and real quickly. And then I'll be right back. Got a lot more to talk about, so hang in there. We'll return. I'm Gary J. Rustin. This is GJRB Online on Spreaker. Hang on. We'll be back momentarily.